Okay, we're very, very lucky that we have such low resolution in terms of the quality of this camera on my computer, because if you could look a little closer around this area, you would see an actual tear track. And I want to kind of interrupt that musing to just sort of let you know that, you know, I hate The Bachelorette. I hate The Bachelor. Um, and I especially hate it, either of them, when they make me actually cry. So I'm angry that The Bachelorette made me cry. Just one tear, which for me, when it comes to crying, especially around matters of love, is not a lot of tears. So I should be happy about that. But I'm angry. I'm angry because of The Bachelorette. And let me tell you why I'm angry, and let me tell you why I have this tear track, which if this was HD, you would be able to see. I am so goddamn angry that JoJo picked Robbie over James Taylor. And I'm really fucking mad that she told James Taylor that essentially she saw him as her husband. I'm really angry about that. I'm really angry that she said those things to him and then sent him home. How fucking dare she? I don't really have any... How fucking dare she? Because I actually am I don't want to say I'm a fan of JoJo, but I think she does a pretty good job. I think that she's relatively sincere in her motivations, and I respect the fact that she gets rid of these guys when she knows that they are not the ones for her. That is great. And she does it well. She does it respectfully for the most part. But there is, as somebody who has been told one thing and then literally the day after. So I relate to James Taylor in the way that she got rid of him literally the day after. That it doesn't count in the same way, or that it doesn't matter to her in the same way. That makes me so goddamn angry. Because people don't think about their words. They don't think about their words. They don't think about what they're saying. And in my case, I was gaslit. Like, it wasn't something that was said, or I didn't mean it in that way. And luckily, James gets to go away and not have contact with her, so it can't mean the same thing. But he is going to have this video evidence, like I have my memory, and like I have textual evidence, shit like that points to the fact that I didn't make it up, that it actually was said. And, he has to live with that. He has to live with what she said. And so, The Bachelorette and The Bachelor always hit close to me because it's supposed to. I think, for all of us. We're all supposed to relate to these things. Certainly, James Taylor and I are not the only ones who have been told one thing and then immediately afterward had it essentially negated by people that we care about. This is almost universal. But my question is, why the fuck can't people get their shit together about it? Don't tell me one thing and then do the fucking opposite the next day. Don't tell James Taylor that he has every single thing you're looking for and that you have this amazing connection and blah blah blah, you want to meet his family, when it's just simply not true. So, yes, The Bachelorette made me cry. But let's get on to sunnier subjects. I'll have a rant for something else later in the episode. I watched this episode half in the library and then half when I got home, so I took some notes. Oh yeah, Chapati House. So they're still in Argentina, and then the date card for Alex's date was I gaucho on my mind. Like, okay. That told me that this was not going to happen. Like, we all knew this wasn't going to happen, right? But the weird thing about it is that she gets rid of Alex during the date, right? But the cliffhanger, well, I guess it wasn't a cliffhanger, but the episode before, the whole thing was, I'm not going to get rid of either James Taylor or Alex. I'm going to keep them both. So why keep Alex around if you have no intention of keeping him around even, like, a day? I guess I understand maybe you want to, like, see how the interaction is one-on-one, and whew, that was awkward, like, right? Like, super awkward. There was several occasions there where Alex, like, I was in the library when I was watching that part, so I couldn't really, vocalize too much, because already, like, I had finished up an episode of Real Housewives of Orange County, and then I was watching The Bachelorette, and so I was doing this, just in the library, and people can see what I'm watching, because I'm not shielding it. I will not be ashamed of my reality TV watching. But, you have to measure your thoughts. I do know that I gasped a few times, but, like, there was a few I wanted to scream, and I'm like, abort mission, no, don't do that. And here are some examples. She calls Alex after he comes out in that little gaucho outfit. You're such a cute little gaucho. Oh, no. No. He at one point when they're both on the horses, he tells her that she looks like a model in a Ralph Lauren magazine. Abort, no. And then they have a conversation about droopy trees when they're going up, like, into the horse farm, whatever the fuck you call it, ranch, with the gauchos. And it was like, Alex, no, abort mission. Like, first of all, they have, like, the boringest ride in the whole world driving there. And I get it. Like, after a while, conversation really is just gonna run dry. Like, their entire basis is really just talking about their relationship. They don't know what it's like to talk about anything else. And Alex is not a conversationalist, right? No, he's a tiny Marine. Like, what's he gonna... He seems relatively intelligent to me, honestly, but, like, So conversation petered out pretty quickly, and I think Alex is just kind of maybe a little bit awkward. Not to the same levels of awkward of, Wells, but awkward. And he's tiny, so, like, you can't be both, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it and have it be true, but this is a truth-telling video, so I gotta tell it as it is. And so I got you on my mind. Okay, so remember, though, when they were, like, in the van, the other guys, while this other date was occurring, and, like, they were doing that fucking rap, and, like, can you just imagine, like, they each have a line, like, they were concentrating so hard. I wonder how many takes it took to actually get it right. It probably took, like, the entire trip, which is probably, like, 5 or 6 hours, because Argentina's so fucking big. And then Chase, oh god, I can't believe that Chase wasn't cut today. Chase is the only person I've ever seen beatbox who, like, has absolutely no expression while he's doing so. Chase remains, and probably will always remain, paced. Oh, man. Paced. Excuse me, God. Chapati house, it's delicious, but... Okay, and so also, I did have this thought, too, like, all the men, when they're together, all they talk about is JoJo, and all they talk about is roses. And I just think, like... What did they ever talk about anything else? Like, I'm actually literally, I'm wondering. It's not like, I really would like to know if they ever talk about anything else besides JoJo and roses. They're constantly scheming and strategizing, and it just doesn't seem like a very healthy way to live, But that bus was cool. Oh my god. Okay, so, like, during the date, though, with Alex, there was, like, that horse, like, the gaucho, like, took the horse and, like, did that weird thing with the horse's nose, and then, like, the horse got down, and then the gaucho was just laying on top of it, rubbing it, and I was like, okay, cultural sensitivity, this is cool, like, this is the gaucho lifestyle, I'm not gonna judge, but I was, like, also extremely uncomfortable watching it. Maybe that says something about me and my feelings towards horse people relationships. I didn't know I had much of a feeling about it, but I appreciate that the horse was kind of like a dog getting its belly rubbed, but, like, it was a lot for me. So I don't understand why the people on The Bachelorette do not understand the absurdity of being worried that they aren't in love after, like, a week. So, like, JoJo is worried that Alex is basically like, I'm gonna send you home because I'm not in love with you. I think that's the fucking dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard. You've known, literally, this is week 6, so this has been a month and a half. This is her first one-on-one date with him, and she's worried that she's not in love with him. I'd be worried if you were in love with him, JoJo. Like, why are they so, like, I don't understand, like, and I get it, it's TV, but I do wonder if they are actually aware of the fact that this is all incredibly absurd, because I don't get the impression that any of them are. The only one, honestly, who I think would find this absurd is Chad. R.I.P. Chad. Like, where'd you go? Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from? Cotton-eyed Chad. I just don't, and I still don't understand why JoJo kept Alex after the, like, I just don't get what she did. Anyway, I fucking hate Jordan and his fucking bouffant and his fucking Converse. I cannot fucking stand him. Although I'm so interested in the gossip behind him and his family. What's with him and Aaron Rodgers? I'm really excited because Facebook knows me so well, right? On the trending page thing, they have Aaron Rodgers talks about family on The Bachelor, and so I'm gonna read that after this. I'm really excited about it. But Jordan is just constantly the worst. But actually, I don't think he was the worst. You know, for like a hot fucking second, I actually thought I liked Robbie. Go figure. Oh, God, the date with Jordan in the vineyard. Like, okay, I don't know how winemaking works. I know that traditionally you stomp on it with your feet, although honestly, I don't even know how much of a tradition that is. I don't know if that's a real tradition, or if we just, like, because if you're gonna mass produce wine, you can't just stomp it with your feet, right? Like, but whatever. So they stomp the food with their wine, and then they literally put their glasses in the tub of the grapes that they just stomped on, and they drink from it. I don't think that's what you do. They drank feet grape juice. They didn't even drink feet wine. Like, that shit hasn't been fermented or whatever the fuck you do to make it grapes wine. What? They drank it. No, that's... I don't know anything about making wine, but that can't be it. That can't be how it works. That cannot be how it works. Like, I have a problem with feet anyway, right? Like, ugh, that was a lot. That was a lot. I feel like I am James Taylor, as we already went over, but this is even before we got to that part, where he made me cry. On that group date, like, it was so weird because of that slumber party, and it made me kind of, like, want to have a slumber party, like, oh, that was fun, like, you remember when it's, I mean, some of you remember, because you're married, Amanda Braga, but, like, you remember, like, when, like, you were dating somebody, and, like, they slept the night, and, like, you had fun? That was fun, right? So that was nostalgia for me, but Chase was a total non-entity on the date. And that was... I can't believe she kept him. I cannot believe she kept him over James Taylor. Like... JoJo makes really horrible decisions, though. Like, she makes just incredibly horrible decisions. And for a hot second there, I didn't think that I disliked Robbie anymore, but that I hated his shoes. And his footwear this entire fucking time was just god-awful. Like, he got on the bus wearing, like, slipper sandals. Like Adidas slip-ons, but slippers. Unfucking acceptable. Who let him get away with that? He doesn't wear socks, which is okay, because I don't really wear socks a lot of times, but, like, all the other guys look really sharp in their suits, and he always looks like, I don't know, like a little too leisure, like a little too, like, 80s, like, that's the shit that they would wear in, like, Miami Vice, right? Like, Don, I don't know his name, Don something, and the other guy, like, they would wear those fucking leisure white suits, like, with the neon tops underneath, and they'd have shoes where you could see their feet and see that they weren't wearing socks, and it's just unacceptable. And I know he was a former competitive swimmer, although we don't talk about it. God knows what his job is, how he actually makes money. Same thing with Jordan. What are they doing for money? Like, dude, you were, like, not even on a real team. You were on, the summer team or something. Like, you don't have money. The fuck? But anyway, I thought I liked him for a second, Robbie, but, like, his shoes. But, like, then he was really awful. And because this is approaching 15 minutes, I'm gonna stop and then get back in a second to why he's so awful.